Hey people, welcome to a League of Idiotic Gamers tutorial video. My name is JJskywalker, and today I'm going to be doing a Overwatch tutorial series that's gonna span at first the basics of Overwatch, but then later on I'm going to be touching on every single character and ways to improve yourself and that very character and improve your own personal skill in the process. This series is going to include many things as it goes, increasing your aim, your accuracy. It'll also show you ways of how to train yourself, or how maybe you should be training, or rather ways you can train. A lot of people don't really practice when they do stuff like this, but if you really want to be a better player, practice is key. And of course, putting yourself out there and actually playing against other players is going to help you so much. But a lot of people either don't practice at all, or are doing it incorrectly, or simply befuddled, I guess, on ways that they're not sure of how they should be practicing training, or whether or not they're playing a character correctly. And I feel this tutorial series will really help. Tutorial series has really been helpful for the channel. I think maybe it's my place, but I'm not sure. I like to see where it goes. Mind you, this tutorial series won't help everyone. If you are already good at the game, of course, probably it won't help you at all, or maybe you'll see a little tip or trick that you didn't know about, and it's going to help you a lot in your future games. Again, I'm going to be making this tutorial. The first video is going to be a very general on how you start Overwatch, but later on every video that I'm going to put up is going to be a very detailed approach at looking at characters, and not just super generic like, oh, you know, Genji throws shurikens and stuff like. No, I'm going to be including very simple demonstrations of damage, what you should be doing, what Genji can do, and what most people do currently in the meta. Mind you, again, each video is going to be of the era that it's made. I'll include, like, I guess, Season 2 Genji if you guys want to know, but each character will change over time, and of course strategies, metas, and damage will change as well. Nonetheless, the ways that I'm going to be showing you guys won't matter whether or not the character changes. The ways I'm going to be showing you guys how to train each character is going to personally help you knowing your character, no matter how many times he changes, no matter if his whole ability framework, I suppose, were to change completely. You would still be able to use the tips and tricks I give you to help you make the most out of that character, rather. And again, this isn't going to help you necessarily win, oh my god, every single game, or win, you know, every single competitive game. It's going to increase the contribution that you put towards the team. Competitive and quick play have very teamwork based, you know, mechanics that you have to be working with the other 5 members of your team, or you guys are just naturally very good. Of course, you're going to win that 1 or 2 games where the other team is so bad compared to you, and you're just going to completely wreck them. And of course, this might help you, but it's not going to help you at every single game, and it's not going to help you win every competitive, because that is another ballpark. This will increase your own personal contribution to the team, and of course, it will make your team better because you are better. But of course, it's not going to win you every single game. That being said, later on these tutorials, when I go to each champion, this I believe will help a lot of people who are used to either quick play or are in their competitive scene currently, trying to either get better, figure out ways to make a character better, personally play better, or contribute to the team more when it comes to a character they don't know or they want to know more. New players won't benefit from this much, but later on during the video I'm going to be showing you guys stuff for players starting Overwatch for the first time, and you guys want a few tips of what you should be doing. Maybe you haven't picked up a copy, or you want to know how the beginning of Overwatch feels like. Are you just going to be thrown into the fray, or is there a tutorial type system? I'll show you guys that as well later on. To start off the Overwatch tutorial, or rather the basics that I want to go over, I guess the thing you guys could really use before I go into every single character and every single possible meta you can go through, and aiming and accuracy and so on and so forth, you guys should really check your settings. Mind you, everyone has their own personal settings that they can work on. If you really want to improve, you have to make sure that you're getting the best out of 1, your performance, and 2, the way you're able to play and the way your cursor manages. Accuracy is huge when it comes to mouse gameplay, and the way your computer performs is going to affect you greatly as well. You guys want to make sure that you're always getting a good 60 frames per second. Even 70 would be awesome, just for that extra buffer whenever there's like maybe hinges if you don't have a very good computer. I know the game won't look as amazing, but hitting 60 to 70 FPS is necessary when you want to be an excellent player. I mean, if you guys want to either let the game look good, or you want other people to see you and say, wow, that guy is awesome. There's that separation of what you want out of your game. Do you want people admiring your skill, or do you simply want to admire graphics that your computer can't handle? That's your choice, and I guarantee it's going to help you when you hit that marker. Furthermore, for each, if you didn't know, when you hit to the controls menu, each character can have their own personal reticule, and that is honestly up to you. Everyone has their own personal preference on what they feel is a better reticule and will help them in their accuracy. Personally, for most characters, I prefer a dot sight, but when it comes to soldier or widowmaker for certain occasions, I do actually prefer short reticule over the large reticule. I find it much more helpful and much more accurate to have those sights rather than the basic sights that they give you. Moving on from settings, something that people don't really look into is the other menus provided by Overwatch. Mind you, you may have gotten into quick play and competitive right off the bat. Maybe you did tutorial for the first time just to get your feet wet, and then maybe you played against AI, and that's fine. Or I mean AI one time, and that's fine. But a lot of things that people pass up was the training ground. Now, training ground might have been for another set of you, just to find out what the character does, how the character works, how they move, how their abilities shoot, and just like a specific how to wet your feet on every single character kind of thing. But what people don't realize is that place is beautiful for helping you train and for helping you hone your skills on each and every character. It's got very varied places, and it even has certain markers to tell you the distance between you and your enemy on the ground and setting provided, mind you, not in HUD. It provides nice little arenas for you to kill, like certain little robots which move in very varied positions, not in static. A little bit, maybe like in 4 different movements for each one, which provides like a nice randomness and a very excellent way to train yourself in accuracy in your aim. The training ground is invaluable, and I'm going to be using it a lot in my upcoming videos, and it's going to take part hugely in what you're going to have to do to improve yourself and your personal contribution to your team and in certain characters. That being said, I don't want to go too much into it, but that's really what I'm going to be going over, and hopefully these little things will help you guys if you see this and you check it out for yourselves. But I'll be showing you guys in later videos how to properly use these places, or how I use these places rather, maybe they're not proper, and how they may help you in increasing your personal skill. That being said, starting off Overwatch, the basics tutorial. To begin, training is your friend. You might think, oh, tutorial, really, JJ, come on, I can get right into this, but I mean, if you don't know how to play the game, come on, just try it out real quick. Head to training and hit tutorial, and that is going to teach you the very basics of Overwatch. If you guys haven't played first-person shooters, or maybe you have played a lot of first-person shooters, but you're not sure if you know what Overwatch might do, or you're not sure what all the buttons are, this will definitely help you. It'll teach you about movement, aiming, what abilities are, how to activate those abilities, and it'll even teach you different game mode mechanics, as in capturing and so on and so forth. Eventually it'll tell you to play versus AI or go straight to playing player versus player, and honestly, do what you will. Either go straight to playing versus AI or player versus player, or you guys can go to the training ground and try it out real quick. If you guys don't know the characters, of course, you starting off Overwatch, you can see every single character on the training ground, and you can try every single ability you want. Holding F1 will help you see what each character has in their own personal, I suppose, ability arsenal, and what each one does personally. This is going to help you amazingly if you don't know anything about Overwatch, and you can just mess around it for as long as you can. Of course, it might kick you out after a while, but then you can just go straight back in, no penalty at all. Even though the training ground is going to help you a lot with knowing each character, I don't suggest staying there for too long or starting to train there at the very beginning. I think you guys should really get your feet wet and see what the game entails when you get into very tense situations. Head into player versus AI, or rather really get into player versus player before you see any of my tutorials, or you head to the training ground to really improve yourselves. Because if you don't know what you're getting yourself into, you're never going to know what to train for. So I really think you guys should go check it out, play a few games, and then when you feel, okay, now I know what the game's going to be doing to me, how bad it's going to be killing me, or how good I am at my beginnings, I suppose, Now I'd like to know how to truly get better. And then you guys can either check out my tutorials or put on your own training regimen, or just keep playing constantly and just be better, you know, because you're so talented. No, but hopefully that is what will help you guys. And that's all for the basics tutorial. Sorry for it being so small, but there's not much I can go over without going into actual characters, game modes, and so on and so forth, which will be released in later videos. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please hit a like if you like the video, or dislike if you don't like it at all. And comment below what you think, why you thought you liked it, why you don't like it. Is there something I didn't include, or is there something you would really like to see in this tutorial series? And subscribe if you'd like to see more League action. Thank you again so much for watching, and hopefully this will help you guys become better players. My name's JJskywalker, and I'll see you later.